What's going on, guys? Rachel here. Most of you guys probably knew me as RachelSquats from Instagram. You probably follow me there, and that's how you ended up at this video, would be my guess. If not, then hi, welcome. I wanted to make a video, gosh, to kind of address a couple things, why I decided to change my Instagram handle, and kind of where I'm at with my fitness, my progress, kind of all that stuff, and why I decided to step back from Instagram for a month. So I'll address a couple of these things. The first one being why I decided to change my handle. I have been RachelSquats for quite some time now. Started from a couple different reasons. I was an avid follower of Meg squats. I thought that was awesome. But the squat was actually the first movement that I put any significant weight up on. And I was super excited about that. It was something different in fitness that I hadn't really done before. So it kind of just worked for me. So that's why I made that. And the reason why I decided that I need to step back from that and kind of change the direction of like my social media presence, I guess, is because it just doesn't really suit who I am anymore. You know, in the last years that I've been RachelSquats, I've just been associated with everything that I've posted and who I was, and it's just not me anymore. So I decided to switch it to Fitness Adventures because it just accurately describes who I am. Fitness is huge for me, whether or not I'm a professional athlete, because it's never going to happen. It's just something that I enjoy. It's something I feel good when I'm fit. And I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 7 years now, and that's another huge part of who I am. So I love helping people. I love medicine. And being in the military as a nurse is a huge part of my life. So being able to share that with you guys is big. And adventures, because I'm a person who loves adventures, whether it's traveling across the world, whether it's traveling where I am, whether it's hiking or exploring new places or going to museums or doing anything like that. I love that stuff, and I love to play around with photography, and I want to have a platform where I feel like it's appropriate to share that. My Instagram page is kind of a little window of me letting you guys into my life. So I want to be able to share me, not become one of those people who post what people want to see. And it felt like I was going a little bit in that direction. Just being a lot more cautious of what I posted, worrying about like if I'm going to get likes or if the post is going to be popular. And I don't want that. I want my page to be an accurate reflection of me. So that's where we're at with that. Don't mind that. Another thing I wanted to address is why I decided to step back from Instagram for a month. I found that I was constantly just like looking at my Instagram, not even looking to see if I had likes on my posts or anything like that, but just like almost mindlessly scrolling through to see what was on there and just looking to look. And I really wanted to kind of break that habit a little bit, and also to see really if I was planning on ever going to get rid of my Instagram. This was going to be a good insight. Like if I just never thought about it, then it would be kind of out of sight, out of mind, and I would just not return to it. But today is February 11th, and I'm not even going to lie, I miss it. I didn't realize how much I used it for, as far as like using it as almost like a Google search to find places when I'm traveling, or just to keep in touch with friends. I guess I talk to a lot of my friends through there. I think it's just because of the ease of maybe sending pictures and stuff back and forth. I don't really use other social media. I don't have a Snapchat. I haven't had a Facebook in a while. So Instagram really is like my one place. And I really do miss that. So I will definitely be returning. And by the time you guys see this, you will already know that I've returned because I'm going to make a post about it. So that's kind of that part of things, about stepping back from Instagram and not wanting to just be posting things for everyone else. Yes, this is a platform of letting you guys in on the life of Rachel, but it's also a place for me, and I think I've kind of gotten away from that because I thought people weren't going to like it or whatever. But if I lose followers because I'm posting some beautiful photos that I took or things from my travel or whatever it may be, then I mean, so be it. It's a place for me to share with you, but I can't forget myself. So that's that. The last thing that I'm going to address kind of a couple times in this video, by the time that you guys see it, is kind of where I'm at with my fitness and my progress and trying to kind of get my life back together. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I've experimented with a lot of things. If we go way, way back, you would know that I kind of just got into the gym. I did CrossFit for a bit and I really liked it. Did a couple of competitions. Nothing that I was trying to win, but just for the fun of it. I really truly think I was the most happy when I was doing CrossFit, just because I love being around other people and seeing people push each other harder than they would if you were just to go in the gym and just lift. And I really did like that. It kind of addressed strength and cardio, endurance, kind of all of the above. Kind of just steered away from it because it is definitely expensive. And I wasn't doing it as religiously as I would have wanted to be spending the money on. And then I found powerlifting. So I just loved powerlifting for the fact of it is sheerly about strength. It's about how much can you lift, versus your body weight, and I really liked that. So in 2017, I had a couple friends that were going to do a powerlifting competition on base, so I decided to sign up for that. And I kind of was doing a cut for myself just to kind of get myself into a more comfortable place, and then also training for that powerlifting competition. And it was so much fun. I really, really did enjoy that, but I definitely missed more of the other aspects. So I've tried a couple different programs. I've used a couple of the hybrid performance method programming. I've done some bodybuilding stuff. I've used a couple of Ashley Horner's plans, and I've really enjoyed a lot of those things. But as of about a week ago, I started going to the CrossFit gym where I am right now, and it just made me feel at home again. So these were my first form transformation pictures, my day one photos. So if you can see, that is kind of where I was hanging out at. Definitely my side view, and these are not flexed. I was just completely relaxed here. And I used to have a really tiny waist. That's when I knew kind of it was a time for a change. Last summer, I decided to start prep for a bikini competition. Quickly learned that it's just not for me. I kind of wanted to do it to prove to myself that I could, but getting into that prep, I wasn't enjoying the workouts. I was so focused on what I was eating and just really not being social. And it really wasn't for me. I had hired a coach. I don't think we were the best fit. Kind of just a lot of reasons, and I wasn't going to continue to spend money on something that I just didn't enjoy. Given that, flight school training, moving to a new place, buying a house, getting my dog back, preparing for a deployment, I kind of just scooted fitness right off to the side and didn't really care that much. So that's kind of how I got to where I am now. I used to be pretty tiny, but not weight tiny, just my body composition was different. In college, I pretty much was in the 130s, kind of just across that spectrum. And at probably my fittest during college was when I played rugby my freshman year. And I was in pretty solid shape. I hung out kind of around 131, and then the rest of college I hung out more around like 136, which was fine. I ran cross country and I got back down to like 132, 133, and it just wasn't the same. My body was just a lot different because obviously I wasn't doing any weight training. I wasn't doing a lot of the calisthenics and stuff that I was doing when I played rugby. And then I got into the gym after I got on active duty, and I think I was just way too focused on the aesthetics of things and not really enjoying stuff. So when I started doing CrossFit that first time, I really was in a really happy place. I was really comfortable with my body, and I just enjoyed what I was doing, and I put a little more effort into what I was eating, and I made some pretty solid change. And I'm probably not going to be able to find this picture. Oh, no, here we go. So this was in a period of about a month, and during this time, yes, I did cut all my hair off, so you'll notice that. But this was just me doing CrossFit, you know, not competitively, just like everybody else, and putting a little bit of work into what I was eating. You'll see here. So that's where I got to, and it was some pretty significant change. It's probably the only time in my life that I ever seemed like I had abs, and believe it or not, I was still hanging out in like the 140s then. So I'm not trying to become some little stick figure of sorts. I just want to get to a point where I am comfortable with my body. I'm not carrying so much extra weight, and I'm not working so hard to maintain a physique to where I can have a really good balance of trying to be happy both in the gym, with what I'm eating, with what I'm seeing in the mirror, and being able to just go out and travel, go on an adventure, go and do things, and not be worried, oh my god, like how's this going to affect my weight? Because I just don't want to be thinking about that. So that's where that is. I will come back and kind of give you guys an update of where I am at that point. I did decide that I'm going to do keto for a month, and I just started that 2 days ago. I've done it in the past. I did it one time. I did it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I saw numbers on the scale moving, but I really didn't feel better about the way I looked. I probably could have eaten better, chosen like better options and stuff for getting those macros in, but I was super new and just wanted to kind of just give something else a try. So I am doing that right now, and we'll see kind of how things go with that. Really my one goal with doing this for this next month is to just see some numbers move on the scale. Yes, I know that a lot of that's going to be water weight, and I know that I'll gain some of that back, but ideally if I can be pretty strict on what I'm doing, and if I can drop like 15 pounds and just get that scale to move in this next month, even if I gain 5 of that back when I start reintroducing carbs, that's totally fine. I just think that that's going to give me enough movement on the scale, combined with keeping up with CrossFit and staying in the gym, that I will be at a much better, better place to keep doing what I'm doing. So stay tuned for kind of where that's at, and I can kind of show you guys where I'm sitting right now. Like I said, it's February 11th, so still a couple more weeks before I will be back on Instagram and showing you guys this video. So here's kind of where I'm at, and this is just like in a sports bra and leggings, just so you can kind of see kind of where I'm hanging out. So, you know, I'm a little fluffier in the middle. That's fine. These are definitely one of my favorite sets from Curves and Combat Boots, by the way. And my code is going to stay RachelSquats. I'm not going to change that. It's kind of my little way to like hold on to what I used to be. But here's kind of like one place where I tend to notice when I'm holding on to weight is when I start kind of seeing this like chunkiness in the middle. Kind of see where my back is at. Kind of more of the front side of me. And yes, I did just come back from like 4 days of traveling, so I'm not, you know, sitting here like, oh, I'm disgusting. This is kind of just mostly where I've been hanging out, and hopefully we'll see some big progress in the next coming weeks. So I will see you guys then.